And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Banters Adventurous League. Our weekend crew, our worldly, around the world crew.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Welcome to Episode 4, Trick of the Imp. On our last adventures, the party had been tasked with finding a familiar that was supposedly taken down into the sewers by a group of individuals, tracking this occultist-like group, mage apprentices that were shunned from the Mage Academy itself. They engaged upon that party and was easily able to vanquish them, getting some information out to some clutch sleep spells and tying them up. But they decided to let the couple that remained alive go. As they delved down deeper into the sewers, they found behind a crate the water continued to run. As they moved the crate aside and began to step, a trap unfolded beneath their feet, spikes protruding, blades crossing over them. But through the bard's quick thinking and his quick footwork was able to not fall inside the pit itself. The rogue goes ahead and disarm the trap. As they headed to the other side of the trap, though, they begin to hear a weird noise, a hissing sound, sloshing in the water. Felt an ominous presence on the other side of the little sewer area, the sewer landing. They can dive deeper to investigate. Found a large snake, and it leaped into action, striking out at certain individuals, grabbing them, biting them, dragging them underwater. It was a close fight, stressful fight, but at the end, at your guys' snake's corpse, turned over, being heated, bladdered, and stabbed, and burned alive, pretty much. Guys, combat came to an end. Standing there, breathing heavy, foul, sewer air. What would you all like to do?
I would like to start skinning this large snake creature and possibly get the poison glands out.
Okay, so
I go over to the snake creature hurriedly before Zareth gets to him, kneel down before him, put my arms on him, and begin to recite the druid prayer of death, allowing his soul to enter into society and claiming that this nature was, death was necessary.
Yeah.
Do you interrupt me?
No.
Just making sure.
After about 5 minutes of you kind of growing impatient, finally answers prayers. You begin to walk forward, grabbing a hold of the head and trying to find the poison glands itself. Go ahead and make a medicine roll for me. Pull out your skinning knife. Without any effort, almost at all, you immediately see where the fangs are, and you can see the gland that holds what you assume holds the actual sack itself. So go ahead and make a dexterity roll for me to see how good you're going to be able to cut this out.
Not 20.
It's as if it was meant to come out on its own. With surgeon-like expertise, cut along the tissues, bring the tendons that hold the glands together. Try not to break the embryonic sac that actually holds the venom itself. You pull both sacs out and go in this complete entirety. It's not a very big, on each the glands itself maybe hold about a half an ounce of venomous-like toxin each. So you mark down that you have got two thick glands with about a full ounce entirety of the snake's venom.
And with that, I am exceptionally impressed with how well you carved that out, thus preserving the rest of the snake for other uses. And I immediately kind of softly speak to you. Please preserve as much as you can and use as much as possible, for his death shall not be in vain.
Yeah. Alright, now I'm going for the skinning of the snake hide flesh.
Okay.
Scales, whatever.
Well, that doesn't need a medicine roll because you can clearly see where the scales are. So go ahead and just make another dexterity check to see how clean.
Oops. Wrong character. My bad.
Well,
Not that.
we'll take the roll. I mean,
Yeah, what's your dexterity modifier on Sarah?
It's just -1 on that. Mine's
15?
hey,
You with avoiding most of the damage marks between the points of where Lyra had burned it, where you had cut it, and the damage from the different blows from the Dragonborn and everything, you managed to, we'll say, you get roughly about 14 pounds of scale.
how much meat for food can be harvested?
I'm going into that.
Okay, I watch, very impressed.
Go ahead and make a nature.
Do you want to assist me with this route?
Absolutely.
You need to turn off Advantage Plus next time, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I like Advantage Plus. It's nice. I'll go back to normal though. I was just testing it. I do apologize.
I want you to roll it again because that was 3 dice. I'm not going to be able to pick one. So.
Oh, gee whiz. Okay, well, here's my nat 20. Ready?
Yeah.
Nice.
I knew he was going to do it.
Well,
Well, I'm still impressed. I just stand there watching impressed.
As you,
Okay.
as you watch him work, and he's doing a damn good job about it,
I don't want to interrupt him.
you do notice, though, that this isn't the cleanest environment to butcher something. So to getting any actual food sustenance out of this thing, any actual real good meat, is not... somebody's going to get sick.
Never thought.
You're basically butchering something in feces.
You can always purify, right?
Well,
No. Really.
well, yes. I have the spell Purify Food and Drink, so yes, I could purify. So no, continue. Harvest the food. I'll purify.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna change it. I'm gonna change
Range
it
10.
to Jackie anyway.
Here, I'm clicking on it just. I thought it was clicking.
So you're able
Oh wow,
to...
I can do it as a ritual. Damn. Okay, I can even do that as a ritual. So yeah, I can purify.
So you begin to cut up snake steaks for the most part. You begin to cut into the more meatier, fattier pieces, the edible pieces, the cleaner pieces. We'll say that you're able to. You can probably get up to about 65 pounds of meat, depending on how much you want to take.
Yikes! Take it all.
Do you want to hold some of it?
I'll help. I can help you carry it. I mean,
Alright, well,
I'm
I'll
in.
give you 30 pounds of fruit.
I have a 14 strength. I'm not afraid to carry something.
But what are you going? How are you going to hold loose meat? It's loose meat. It's not like
Okay, so I look around
packaged or anything.
and I see. Okay, so I go back up over here to one of these crates and barrels and boxes and stuff like that. I look for something that's fairly empty. That is small enough for 2 of us to carry.
Okay,
Do I?
make an investigation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Well-
Lara can
Garbage inside and stuff.
Lara can clean it though.
So I kind of go over here and
That's
start
true.
looking around.
Okay. About how much time are you willing to spend to go through crates?
Well, okay, guys. Here's the question. Time out of character. Are we going to just go ahead and bounce out of here? Are we going to continue? Did we just come back in?
Yeah, we
Well,
just.
I think that,
what's
But-
everyone's
I
goal?
think that we need another long rest.
Okay, well, if you think we needed a long rest, because this was a major fight, so I mean, I'm not totally in non-agreement with that, because then I could go ahead and purify this and cast my spells and stuff.
Yeah.
Because this, all I'm thinking is, I don't know how much wealth you have, But to me, that's a lot of wealth. Your gold is nothing. That means it's meaningless. But this meat can be sold in the market. I don't even care if we make any money on it. I'll go give it away to beggars for crying out loud. But the meat itself can be used for better means. Now, you guys are greedy. I understand that. So, you can sell it and then and go on with it. If it's up to me, I'll just go. I'll cook it and give it to the beggars.
Yeah.
So, but that's all I'm saying is we should package this up. We should bounce. Lyra needs to study. All right. So back on top. I really do think that at this point in time, this is very valuable property. We should take it upstairs and make use of it.
Yeah, I think I might even sell it to the local taverns.
Okay. So
Can I cut one of the snake fangs out?
he already cut them both out.
Oh, I thought you just cut. Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, not the fangs per se.
Yeah.
No, that you took with your roll. You took the fang and the gland.
So as he approaches, looking like he wants something, I said, "Did you need something from here?"
Yeah.
Because it looks like you're looking at something, even though it's gone.
Does you or Zeroth have the fangs?
Zareth took them.
Well, okay, because the way to be able to preserve the gland and the actual fang without being, you don't have any way to store it right now. You don't have any vials or anything on you. You took the whole fang and basically using that as the gland and the fang is all one unit.
Yeah. Once I'm done with it and I pour this into a vial, you can do what you want with the fang.
How big is the thing?
The fang is actually about 9 inches long.
Wow, man, that'd be a 9-inch blade right there.
So, do you guys all want to rest then before we continue venturing forth?
So he's within, not necessarily whispering range, but low, quiet
Yeah.
speak, right? Hey, as he comes up and I look at the thing he takes in his hand, I said, that would make one beautiful blade. I'm happy to see you utilizing all of the nature that's been given to us. Shall praise the mother.
Is there any way to tell if this snake was summoned?
Nature check or an arcana check?
You can roll a nature roll, maybe.
That's a very interesting question.
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about.
So,
Naturally, that.
Garbage nature, anyways.
speak it out loud.
Can I speak, or can you stop interrupting me every 2 seconds? That'd be appreciated, so I can actually tell my story.
All right.
Okay, now, so by looking upon the snake itself, it's hard for you to tell. You're not very acute with magic and stuff like that. It does appear to be like it's been down here for a while, but it's not really your expertise. But from your best judgment, it doesn't seem to have been summoned. Now what?
I'm watching. So I whispered to him, like I said, or I didn't speak out loud. Other than that, I'm sorry for it.
Because if it was summoned, we saw it from over here, and there's a passageway over here, I believe. So that's the only reason I would want to stay down here, is to maybe check. Maybe there's someone over there.
You could always split up.
I wouldn't recommend splitting up.
Definitely not.
No, not at all.
Split
No.
the party.
No, do not split the party. Hush, DM, I'm glad to tell you to quiet now.
No, I definitely think recovering and then getting better, prepared for, because now we've got an idea what might be down here. We know that there's giant snakes and possibly large enough to kill you.
Well, at this point in time, we're safe enough to bounce back out because we didn't get very deep. So
You guys technically have only been up for probably about 45 minutes. Your guys' last rest.
Yeah, but Lyra's exhausted. I mean, I'm looking at her. She expended a lot of magic. I'm looking at her, and she's saying, "Hey, I want to rest." No, I definitely think we harvest the snake. We bounce upstairs. We rest. We sell what we can of the snake, and then we come back. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Resupply
I
more
only,
things we
I
can.
only, I only recommended a long rest purely because, you know, spell slots, and people might have
Yeah.
expended more than they planned on
Yeah.
in the last.
I mean, it was a hard fight, and everyone took a beating there, and everyone went through a lot of spell slots. It wasn't just you. A lot of people went through a fair bit of spell
well,
slots.
Yeah.
no, technically, I only casted one first level spell. That's all I have marked on my sheet. That's all I remember casting because most of my stuff is cantrips.
So, Lyra, I don't know if you were told about your font of magic thing, where you
Yeah.
have 2 sorcery points. But you still have your 2
Yeah.
sorcery points, so you can regain a spell slot.
But actually, at second level, 1 spell slot's like half my spells. Oops.
I'm just saying that you do have that option.
Okay. Well, maybe it might be worth going in a little further. I don't know. It depends on how everyone's feeling.
Well,
But we've got all this loot, so it's up to everyone else. But
I really want to scout in here.
Okay.
Do a little bit of scouting and head up and
So Alden and Freddy are going to just appear around the corner as you guys are finishing up your butchering and your scavenging. I need you both to make stealth checks and perception roll.
Okay. Stealth check.
Oh boy.
how bad was it?
I got a nat 20 and a six.
oh, Jesus.
Okay. So as Alden and Freddy begin to make their way just down around the corner, Freddy, you notice that Alden's not the quietest guy. His claws kind of dig into the actual concrete here itself, making kind of a scratching noise. You're trying to you try to muffle it as best as you possibly can, trying to assist him as much as you can. But you guys both peer around the corner. You guys both immediately hear, at first, just loud drips. Bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Then you hear a fluttering of wings. It almost sounds like large bat wings coming down from around the corner. You can't see it, but and it's faint. It's just, it was, you first only heard the water, but between the timing of the droplets of water, you heard the wings.
About time for us to leave. We're not third on the fight.
So bad.
That sounds really dangerous.
I know. Wait,
There's multiple sounds.
what if Freddy tries to stealth and just go around the corner?
Or you're in
But I mean, if it's wings, it could potentially be the familiar.
Alright, what do you want to do, Freddy? Do you want to just peek over a little bit further, or what are you gonna do?
How far would I have to go for it to be in line of sight for me?
You don't know, but I'm gonna gauge.
I'd probably go right.
It's hard for you to see in here, Alex. You're using more of your touch and your smell and your hearing more than your visual sight.
So,
Go a little bit farther.
okay. Alright.
Okay, so
So they disappear out of my sight. At
Do you
that
want to
point,
set traps as well?
I'm going to move forward
Yeah, detect anything
up onto this bridge.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation roll. As you begin to peer around, kind of keeping, as you keep a thought process about how the spike trap worked, and you saw that mechanism, you begin to look around. You don't see anything like that. But the one thing you do notice, though, that the water here goes from like a teal blue to more of a very, very kind of organic green. And the water seems to be a little bit more syrupy than liquid.
The fuck?
Like gelatin was kind of poured into it.
Yeah.
Ooh, slime.
Oh no.
Can I stand behind Freddy or is that too much?
That's fine.
Just remember you're allowed, motherfucker.
Anything is good.
So as they disappear in my view, am I allowed to move forward to keep
Yeah.
them in my view?
Yeah.
I'm staying where I am.
Yeah, we like
I
stagger.
saw something we should run, but I still think there's something down.
No, there is something down here. It's
Yeah, there's definitely
going.
something down here, and I think there's a chance it's familiar.
I feel like it's more than
Alden and
familiar.
Freddy, what languages?
I speak Common and Draconic.
I know
Uh,
thieves can't.
Thieves
I
can't.
don't remember.
So, Alden, you. Well, both Alden and Freddy, you guys both hear just like a faint whispering. But to you, Alden, one of the words stuck out to you. And it was just the word filthy.
Filth.
Yeah, there's things, yeah.
It sounded like it was a mixture of a couple languages, but the word filthy definitely stuck out to you. As those droplets, as you guys both kind of acutely listen to the sound that you guys hear. You guys both hear like a bowling ball size something fall from the ceiling, boosh,
Oh
and
shit.
splash. It's roughly about
I
20
mean,
feet in front
run
of.
back around the corner.
Ready? Are you running?
Run like that bitch. Run like that bitch.
Yeah, I'm running fucking back here, dude.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Okay.
As rude as you begin walking forward, you see the dragonborn and the rogue.
No. No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
Oh
No.
Alright,
What is your guy?
He stayed. Wait a
What did you
minute.
guys
He
say?
stayed back up there. I'm not gonna lose sight of him.
It was dark,
It's
but
just
we
barely
heard
in my vision,
fake
right?
springs.
What'd you hear?
And then something fell from the ceiling.
Was the word filthy in Draconic or Common?
Draconic.
Oh, okay. I believe there's some people speaking Draconic. I don't know if it's on Dragon Descent, but there's people definitely speaking Draconic down there.
Draconic?
Does it feel dangerous? Does it feel dangerous?
Yeah, we heard a large bowling ball, and I'm assuming it's a boulder.
No, it sounded like something like the size of a bowling ball splashed over.
The size of a bowling ball rolling down, splashing.
Splat. Not rolling, splat.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to continue forward or do you want to rest with a plan and come up?
Yeah, we need to leave and plan this shit.
I mean, even if it's just a short rest, just to, unload loot
Zero,
and come up with a
what do
plan.
you feel about coming over here and using your stone of light, whatever it's called?
That would give us our location away.
Yeah.
This is true, but we'd still be far away from them.
Well, I mean, the question is, do we go in or do we go back?
Because I heard the whispering was so faint that means they're at a distance.
Yeah, but I mean, neither you nor Freddy have very good visibility.
I have dark vision.
Oh, do you?
I don't have poor vision.
Yeah, the
No,
older.
Freddy.
Yeah, but
Freddy's
no,
not blind as
did any of you actually see anything? That's the biggest question.
He's-
We can either get a surprise round on it. If we don't, and the surprise round could give us the advantage.
You said we heard wings or saw them.
You heard wings.
You heard wings. You heard Draconic being spoke. Well, the question is, encounter or rest? I'm down for the encounter. I'm not tapped or anything, so I'm good to go.
Yes, I still have a key point. I still have my dragon's breath.
Well,
I can still use sorcery points if need be.
I guess.
Well, do we want to go in?
If we rest, we might lose our chance. Like, see.
Yeah.
And we might not actually have to fight. Might actually be able to. I don't know. I mean, we don't even know what's there.
I always expect a fight
All right,
first.
here we go. We go back down to the corner.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Wait, where's Freddy? We're just gone.
Where's Freddy? Oh yeah, I think Freddy needs to go first.
But he is
Oh
ready.
yeah.
Not very well.
You guys look around.
Okay.
You notice that the tree guy that you guys were traveling with is now gone.
He was late to the last one. He just appeared and then disappeared. He keeps doing that. So I pay it no attention at this point.
Maybe he.
Even though I
does
do
like-
put a little note in the back of my.
Can
There's
I get
Freddy.
another stealth roll or no?
Yes.
Sorry.
But Freddy can't see. That sucks. Anybody else got stealth besides him? I mean, that can do it. Because I can't. Make noise.
Well, if I get a good stealth roll, I can get farther up.
Yeah, but you can't see for shit.
Yes, you can make another stealth roll.
I would just have to be closer.
We'll make another stealth roll then. That's better.
Nice.
Do I need another stealth
You
roll?
finally learned how to walk on your heels instead of your claws in the front end. We can then walk forward.
Yeah, no, my God, no. Jesus, no.
So as you guys all begin to walk forward, those of you who have dark vision, is basically just gives you vision kind of black and white for the most part. It's the coloring is not, you don't see color in dark vision. It's all black and white pretty much. But you do notice that the water here changes color. It's a lot darker in tone to you who have dark vision. As you guys, and it doesn't seem to be flowing as fast. It seems a lot more molasses or gelatin-like.
All right, so
And again, you guys start hearing the bloop, 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 bloop.
do I see any wildlife? Rats, spiders,
Make a perception roll.
perception, or
Perception. Perception is the actual bit of the look. Nature's like being able to ascertain.
I have better perception than you.
As you begin to kind of look around, you see some insects, but I mean you don't see any rats. But that could be because there's not in this area right now. Nothing seems to really stick out to you except for that the water looks a little different, and the ground here seems to be a little bit more slimy in nature.
Insect is not an animal.
Right.
Alright, well, I'm going to repair this.
Go ahead and nature check. Is it?
Myself. Or, actually, no, I'll put it on Alden.
I still have mage's armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah.
mage hours 8 hours. Yeah.
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 It's only
It's
been
only
what?
been 45.
45 minutes, you said?
Yeah.
Some shit like that?
Yeah, so I still have an armor class of 20.
Woo!
I'm
19,
repairing
but
heroism. So, on the Alden.
Okay. So you have a temporary hit points. Temporary spellcasting ability modifier. What's your spellcasting ability modifier? +6 right now?
Yep.
You have an additional 6 just temporary hit points.
Mike, hit him with guidance.
20 armor class and 20 HP, damn.
I reach over and touch him on the shoulder.
And you feel inspired to go forward.
Go, Tag.
Alright. And then I also will inspire him.
As you begin to walk forward, how are you inspiring him?
Oh shit, turn order popped up on the screen, guys.
I give him a prep talk and I say, you can do this, you can do this. This
Okay.
is all on you, you have the ability to do this.
You can do it!
Hype him. Hype.
Can't.
Yeah, I pretty much.
I'm all hyped up now.
Okay.
But it's softly, like obviously I can't sing and I can't play instruments because we're still...
So as you want to creep forward a little bit more, go ahead and make another perception roll. Hold on. As you're kind of like easing your way forward, you notice immediately that everything here seems to be covered in this like greenish like slime. As you kind of follow it along the walls as it gets thicker, as you look up, you see these large like sacks of greenish-like fluid kind of hanging on the roof itself.
What the fuck? Did everyone else see this or just me?
You see one here. You see one here.
So that's in my
And
vision.
And you can see the shadow of one dropping over here. Like, not dropping, but hanging.
So is it like there's so much algae and stuff, it's just like glipping together and it's drooping down and then forming back out and then drooping down and then, oh
Exactly.
my god, that's disgusting.
So everyone else can see this or just me?
Some of us can see it.
Some of you can see, but you were the first one to see it. So if you want to tell them, you're the one that initially saw it.
Hey guys, there's some weird looking like gel sacks or like algae hanging from the roof.
So at this point, I'm gonna do a nature check. Do I recognize it?
You don't necessarily recognize it, but that this slime here is not like algae or fungus or anything like that. It is definitely something is producing it.
History check. Have I been told? Never mind.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
We're all trying to talk at once.
Sorry.
All of us. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think we're all just excited. I'm excited. Cool. Please don't be
You,
awesome.
as you kind of just reach out with your magical energy or essence around you, you don't feel anything archaic like in nature to you. Like it feels just nasty, filthy in here.
Ah,
Can I tell
disgusting.
if this slime has like an evil vibe to it or it's just natural?
Make an insight roll. Sure.
Come on, Nat 20. Damn it.
It's kind of hard to ascertain what slime would be. Do you feel? Do you get the bone chilling thing like you entering like some kind of like haunted house or something? No. It just looks weird. Looks gross. You guys hear the flapping of wings reverberate down the hallway. It seems to be moving away from you.
Alright, so I'm going to try to stealth. That'll be funny. And I'm going to go over here behind this box. And I'm going to again look around. I see animals, wildlife. Specifically rats, I guess, because that's about what I'm
As you get right there, you see encased in what almost appears to be like whatever this slime substance is crystallized, but you see a skeleton of a rat
skeleton.
inside this like crystalline
And where do I see that at?
right at your feet as you walk up behind that crate.
So it. Okay, well I oh my god, I look at it.
It looks like a green crystal, except like green amber crystal with a rat skeleton inside of it.
Looks solid.
Yep. Like, you gonna reach out and touch it?
I wouldn't.
No, I'm going to. Look
It
at
looks solid, but what are you doing?
I just look at it. Is it natural?
Yes.
I don't touch it. Guys, I just kind of like. I don't say anything out loud. I just point and gesture my arm, hoping somebody comes because I ain't touching.
Whoosh. You're a loud
Is there any,
splash.
Is there any like puddles of this weird slime? Other than the water?
It's encased on the sidewalk, or like on the landing itself, up the walls, and on the roof, and it seems to be very, very thick on the roof.
Can I put one of my ball bearings like into the slime?
Sure. You reach out and you put a ball bearing and try and touch the slime itself, pushing the ball bearing. It goes in about 3 inches before it hits the wall.
Does it like melt or anything weird happen to it?
No, it just kind of sticks there like you're putting something inside gelatin.
Alright, I've got enough now, so I'm going to use a gem of brightness and extend one of my charges. And I'm going to put it where I can't see. So.
Well,
As your gem of brightness activates, the slime
But yeah.
begins to move and you see that where the 3 larger mountains of slime all fall from the roof.
Oh,
Boosh. And I need you all to roll initiative.
Doesn't want to get used to the light stone.
Well,
I
it's just like a
don't
disappointment.
want to. No. I don't want to.
what? Oh, lol. I have to select myself.
21.
My bad.
Looks like I'm going first again.
Well, good job.
Yeah, tank.
What did I roll?
Ooh,
21.
20.
it's the slime and question mark.
Freddy wrote a. What, I don't know what Freddy.
I mean, you rolled like really bad.
What did Freddy roll?
DM.
Jeez.
Wait, that's 10. Oh, the damn.
Oh.
Freddy, I'm sorry, I don't see your initiative up there yet. Nobody's rolled for you.
Yeah, fail.
I already rolled for him. It says Freddy. Look.
Yeah, you didn't click on the token though. That's fine. I'll add it.
Okay, I was like, I didn't.
Wait, it's just one slime?
No, I see 2 from where I'm at, and that's metagaming. I'm sorry.
I can see Freddy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
wait, is this slime one entity that's been separated or 3 different entities?
I don't have any idea.
You don't
And
know.
God, you cut into it, it becomes another one.
How are you? As you see all 3 slimes, they're darker tone as they begin to splash into the water and they form up. They actually end up kind of like standing kind of like a cone and then kind of pulsate flat. Cone, pulsate flat. Cone, pulsate flat. And they seem to be getting drawn towards the light.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Where's the light at?
It's on. It's
If you
on.
turn the light off, will they go away?
So Alden.
They're all the same color and all the same size?
Yeah, they just appear to be a darker slime color of all this, the slime that's covering this whole
I
little
think
hole.
it's possibly one entity that's been separated. Possibly.
I feel like if this light is doing what it's supposed to be doing, we might be able to make our way through them without disturbing them.
I'm down for that. They're obviously
coming towards
they look
them.
natural to me, so I'm down for not disturbing them.
They're more interested in the light than us by the looks of it.
So Alden, what are you doing, buddy?
Give them the light then. I don't like these things.
Well,
It's Alden's turn. Alden, what are you doing?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh.
I mean, it's not as scary as a serpent, but it still doesn't look very good. It's
I'm glad I don't see what he's looking at.
It's some like weird bat, big bat looking ass thing. And it's
So he goes running by me up to the next.
So as
tree
you
going,
begin,
oh my god!
as you begin to go running forward, you see this bluish, like dark blue, almost kind of like a really dark ice color. Large 6-foot wingspan, floating in the air, and it seems to be trying to get the slime off of him. It sees you guys. As it begins to fly off.
Is it familiar?
Did it say anything?
yeah, like could I understand anything?
Go ahead and make just an intelligence roll.
Oh wow, my best roll. In saving throw or just roll?
Just roll.
Yikes!
Oh yeah.
Yikes!
Yeah, you didn't recognize any of that.
No, it just hissed at me. Okay.
Was that a nat one?
No, it was a 6, but he's got -2 intelligence.
Everybody needs to be quiet but Alden. It's his turn. What is he doing?
So Alden,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking towards it because I'm retarded.
that's about as far as you can go. So as you run through there,
Oh god.
Wait, can I move like on these barrels?
yeah.
I don't want to be caught in a weird like penter.
As you begin to move, though, every time your foot hits the ground, makes the sound as you begin to run forward. The slimes track you perfectly.
What do you mean by track me?
So every time you make a sound, the slime's like, when it's at its point, it was pointing towards the light at first. Like it looked like it was going to head that direction, but as you made your step, it turned right towards you. Made another step, it turned right towards you. There's like this little point on the top end of the slime.
Is there any way to tell if this bat thing has anything to do with slime?
I mean, as far as you saw, that it was trying to get the slime off of him, and the voice was very similar to the sounding when you heard the word filthy. But beyond that, that's up to you to ascertain that information.
Can guys? I heard whispering earlier, and so far we've only seen this bat, so he probably was talking to slime unless he was talking to himself.
Okay.
So you have your action. What are you doing? Anything?
They've already seen me at this point, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can I hold my action? If anything, like the slime in the back could close me up, punch.
Okay, so you're holding your attack action. All right, Freddy.
Okay.
So,
Ready?
Freddy, you stare down the hallway and you see these slimes. At first, it looked like if slimes had eyes, they were looking at you, but it tracked Alden as it moved forward down the hallway. You're standing at the end of the hallway behind Zaroth. What do you want to do?
So the slime is one entity, right?
There's three different. Well, you can see one slime. Oh no, actually the light's bright enough. You can see three different pools of large globs of slime, roughly about 3 feet in diameter, and they seem to be standing about 3.5 feet.
But I said it's possible that they're one entity that's been separated.
And they say to also be projected by hand. Like,
Would it be possible for me to ignite one of my vials of oil and throw it at it?
oh.
Okay.
That could ignite the water as well, though. And the walls and the...
So, as you pull out your oil, go ahead and make a dexterity roll for him, please.
Yeah.
As he pulls out his pulls out his flint.
Please.
As you begin to try to ignite your flint, unfortunately, it's too damp in the air, and you don't get a spark. That was your bonus action.
No clue what's going on, so...
You can hide, you can run away into a corner somewhere, is that what you want to do?
Tell us what you want to do and we'll say it like...
Sneak and get behind them.
Okay.
Good choice.
Can I go around with that? So,
Go ahead and roll your stealth roll. Yep.
And roll stealth roll. Now, do you want to go? Here's the question. He's got you at a stealth of 24, so you're really good at stealthing. You think. So, do you want to go up behind Alden, where he moved way forward? Or do you want to go behind Root, who is off to the left, but back a lot? So you got Alden, the big-ass Dragonborn, who went up over the top of a crate and is now bouncing around some barrels, and you got Root off to your left behind some boxes. Where are you going to go? Alden, Root.
What? My headset cut out.
Oh my god.
Damn it! I did a great job describing that too. Sorry, Jace.
So do you want to go behind? Do you want to move forward behind Alden, where Alden's in the kind of more in the middle of everything, or do you want to move behind Root, who is kind of behind everything?
Behind everything.
So he goes over to Root. Okay.
All right. Well, whatever.
That's
Good try, guys.
Alright, so knowing what I've gathered that they light and... So what? Can I form the light anywhere, or is it supposed to be me?
You can most certainly try to do whatever the hell you're thinking. What do you want to do?
I wanna grab one copper piece, and I wanna throw it as far as I can.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity roll.
Okay.
And where are you trying to aim it at?
as like a pass element in a sense.
Okay. Make a dexterity roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I saw it too.
So,
Look, no problems. You pull out one of your copper coins and you chuck it towards the end of the hallway. It lands about here and then skips.
it makes sound, right?
As it skips, all three slimes, the top part of it kind of moves in that direction.
Alright, everyone. I've got a plan.
Yes, sir.
We use sound to keep it away from us. Keep throwing shit. And we'll keep going forward.
Throw barrels.
Okay.
I believe that you're right, and that if we try and kill these things, they're just gonna duplicate.
That's my concern for sure.
And so I feel like the best course of action is sound and distraction, light, anything that we can to kind of deter them away from us.
Okay.
Alright. Does everyone agree with this?
Agreed.
Yep.
So that was your action to throw the coin.
Bonus action
Bonus
to
action.
speak that to everybody.
Bonus action to speak that. You still have your movement.
Alright, so I'm already stealth, so do you want me to do another stealth check or we'll just go?
Go ahead and make another stealth check. So you're now actively trying to be quiet.
Okay. Stealth. There you are.
You feel that you are being as quiet as possible as you go up onto the hill of the toes of your feet and begin to Flintstone style ticky toe forward.
I'm just kind of like hiding between the crook and the cranny of that.
As you're watching the slimes, they don't seem to notice you.
That's cool.
Gotta race this against Dragonborns.
Alright, that ends my turn.
Come on, don't be a pussy weird bad thing.
So, Lyra, the air around you begins to grow cold. As like you get a chill run up your spine. As you peer off to the right, stare into the wall, you see this bluish-like light begin to come through the wall.
Yikes.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Can I run?
Yikes. Well, you're up next, so hopefully you can.
Yeah, right.
And that's going to be...
How do we see if it's in the wall?
It's coming, like the wall's beginning to glow as you see this bluish-like light begin to pulsate out of the wall. And you see this sphere.
Does she sense it organically?
And,
Is that, do I sense that through Arcana?
you got that, like, your spidey senses tingled off where you got those goosebumps feel all of a sudden, and then you looked over to your right, and you see this bluish-like light come out of the wall, and it's just a sphere of bluish-like light. But that's going to be the end of its turn, so it's going to be your turn.
Okay. Can I tell if that is it hostile? Can I tell? Can I?
It moved towards you in a sense, but it hasn't actually physically attacked her.
Okay. Alright, are there like any puddles of that weird slime stuff, by the way?
The slime's pretty much covering the entirety of the wall and the floor here and the ceiling. The three larger ones are the ones you see. The ones that are actually physically moving.
Okay, because I wanted to see if it was flammable, but maybe not if it's covering everything. Okay. I don't know if I want to get away from that big blue light thing.
So she's the only one seeing us, right?
Correct.
She's the only one back there, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, it is just me. Shit.
Take your time.
I am. I'm trying to think, like, I mean, I'm still at 18 hit points, so I mean, if it's gonna attack me, it can. Okay. Gonna go closer to the blue thing.
Okay.
Ooh, steps up to it.
Well, I just wanna. Do I need an investigation check to see what it is, or perception, or like
For
is it
you,
just like a reward?
for you, go ahead and make just a general intelligence roll. See if you can recall. Maybe if you've heard something about this or seen these before.
Yeah.
I
Oh fucking hell.
unfortunately, no. But as you get closer to it, you get more and more goosebumps. That kind of like, it gives you shivers. Ooh.
Insight.
Okay. Alright. Well, I don't think I like how that's making me feel. I'm going to move further up, like just out of range of it,
Okay.
and kind of signal to Root and Freddy and just let them know that there's something down there that I don't like.
So tell them
Blue.
that. Tell them
I
that.
don't like it.
Well, it's not really telling. She signals. She's like.
Okay.
I need to be quiet.
Okay.
No.
So you guys hear like fire moving our arms back and forth. You got Root as you that's all you're doing, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. So Root, as you turn around, you can't really see it in the wall itself, but you can see a shining blue light emanating back from that hallway behind
Each
her.
square's 5 feet?
Yeah.
Alright, 5, 10. 10 feet to there. I look.
Make a nature roll for you. On that. During your time running the forest, you've come across these things before.
Okay.
These will-o-wisp.
So it's natural. Right. Okay.
Generally, they don't ever seem to really have been aggressive towards you before, so you're not really sure.
Okay.
So I don't really want to do that.
Do I remember them communicating in any way, shape, or form? Like, did they speak celestial? Are they animal?
The couple times that you have seen them run in the forest, they don't really They don't really communicate. They're just kind of like always been just kind of glowing little lights in the forest. I mean,
I've avoided them. For
Yeah.
the most part.
they've always given you chills as you go out and closer to them, but you don't know. I mean, you just know them as will-o-wisp. You don't know anything else really about them.
Right. I described it to Jay, and he told me that hey, it's a will-o-wisp, steer clear, but they're natural. Okay, so but it's naturally that means it could also be controlled. So at that point, that definitely makes me nervous. I'm thinking that the original plan was great. So I went 5, 10, 15, 5, 30. So I can move to here. So I move to there. I'm going to then cast. All right. I still have concentration of guidance, so I'm not going to cast anything. I continue my concentration of guidance upon Alden. So Alden, you continue to have my concentration of guidance, and I am done. And I am done.
Okay. So,
I don't like these slime things.
as this slime immediately moves to where the coin landed. This one moves to there, moving as if it's going in the same direction. And this one moves to there. The slimes don't seem to move very fast, but they seem to be going towards where the coin was itself.
Yeah.
Is
That's
it-
interesting.
Do they move like by themselves, or are they moving like along the slime that's in the water? Like, are they only able to move because slime is on the ground, or can they move anyways?
It's hard to ascertain because there is so much slime that's in the water and on the walls itself. So you haven't seen it move on a dry substance.
It's probably just like a aftermath of them being there.
But um, the one that touches the coin begins to like it kind of shrinks down and it looks like it's beginning to split. But that's your turn. Alden.
Would knocking on the wall next to me, like just like knocking like as a door, would that be an action, or just like I can just?
That's a
do
bonus
it?
action.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll get a barrel.
Yeah, get a barrel, like throw it or something.
Yeah, do I move and then throw the barrel, or throw the barrel and then move?
You could in theory do it at the same time, but you probably have to do like an athletics check.
Or a dex check.
Like it's like doing a drive-by.
Picking up the barrel, that's like not an action.
Oh no, picking up a barrel would be part of your bonus action.
Yeah.
Part?
Like,
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
the action would be throwing it in a sense.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Pick up a barrel.
okay. Go ahead and make a strength roll for that.
Strength, just regular strength roll.
Just strength check for me.
Nice.
As you go to pick it up,
Yikes!
you assume that this barrel was going to be light, but as you remember that these barrels are full of crap, and it's got some weight to it. You kind of knock it over instead of picking it up. With a large crash sound, all three slimes turn right towards your direction.
Okay.
You need to bolt forward.
I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna get out my bag of ball bearings and attempt to throw it.
Okay, well, you already used your action to do the barrel thing, so
Oh, that counted. Fuck, man.
fortunately,
Okay.
you only have your movement. So, is that where you want to move? Or you want to?
So.
Run.
So I have no action or bonus action.
You already did that.
You only have your movement.
You only move it only.
Just keep in mind, you got to understand that this is all happening in like 0.6 of a second. So, like you only have a certain amount of like actions that you can do in that turn.
Like it.
Yeah, like it.
Here.
Straight up. Straight up.
Can I get behind the boxes?
You can get to the boxes right now. You're gonna have to climb the boxes. They're stacked almost to the roof right there.
That's a fucking awkward situation.
But you made a lot of noise moving over there because you did not do some stealthily. All three slimes are trained on you at the moment.
I guess I just have to sit here and hope not to die.
All right, Freddy. You see the blue light where it was coming from behind Lyra. You saw Root walk behind you and stare down in that hallway itself. You can see the slimes beginning to move away from you, out of your vision, down the hallway to where Alden was running down. And you hear Alden drop a large barrel of something on the ground.
How far away from me is he?
He's pretty far.
What is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet?
So there's no way for me to actually get to him.
Just so you know
Sure
that we,
he's going to need backup.
just so you know that we know that sound distracts them.
Kind of figured that out already.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if you do.
Starting to figure out that I think it's magic also distracts them as well because they got to the light as well.
I think it's just sound and light that distract them.
What do you want to do, Freddy?
I'm thinking. Calm your nose. I'm just gonna stay where I am and hold my action in case anything gets near me.
Okay. Zareth.
Alright, I am going to grab another copper coin, and I'm going to do the same thing. This time I'm going to throw it towards where that imp thing is.
Okay.
Where
He's beyond that. I just moved it over there to show you which way he went. Okay.
Okay, well, you know where those boxes are?
Okay.
I'm going to hit it like right where the on that wall there.
All right. Go ahead and make another dexterity roll to see how accurately you throw it.
Don't do what I did.
Which
Come
one might be
on,
the
roll a 1.
Holy, exactly what I got.
So it doesn't land where I want.
So as you reach back and you're up against the wall, your hand kind of slams into the wall, sticks into the slime for a second, like and you kind of chuck it. The coin only lands right here.
Good enough.
As both these slimes turn turn that direction.
As I'm throwing that coin, I'm moving. How many feet? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'll move that here.
Okay, so as you move down the hallway, unfortunately you did not call that you were moving stealthily down the hallway this time. So split.
Okay.
Gotta be able to call that stuff, so.
Well, they'll be confused anyway. So.
Alright. These two did not turn towards you, but this one did turn, but you're not sure if it turned because it was towards you or because of Alden.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy, what the fuck?
alrighty.
Oh wow, you're fucked.
Oh,
As it
I'm
begins to
fucked.
move,
Am I fucked?
It actually does this motion. Well, it attempts to move through you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Lyra, as it begins to try to pass through you. Fortunately, you were kind of in awe of this light that came through you, and the light goes through you. Suddenly, you feel a pulse of cold in the center of your chest. You're going to take 2d worth of cold damage.
Oh no.
Angry boy.
Take 12 points of cold damage as it passes through you. It didn't feel as if it was actively trying to attack you, as if it was just moving. But it's hard to ascertain its true meaning, as it kind of glides through the air, but it kind of passes through you, and then moves to the middle. It moves back over towards the middle over
Moving
there.
in the same direction that it was when it came out of the wall.
Say that again?
Is it moving in the same direction as it was
No.
when it came out of the wall?
No,
So it turned towards Lyra.
turn towards Lyra.
Interesting.
All right, Lyra.
Why? Why me? Oh, fucked. Alrighty. So I'm at 6 HP now. That's fun. Oh, I don't want to attack it though, because I don't think anything will actually do it because it's a magical entity. And if it can go through me, then none of my attacks are going to do anything, and I have the potential of hitting Freddy because it's pretty much directly across from Freddy, so I can't.
Come on.
I don't
Unless I want to fuck up Freddy.
Hey, I'm pretty sure
What
it's
are you
a
looking-
possible boy.
You finna get fucked up.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is very good question. It's 11. I have 11 wisdom.
But you have plus 0.
Plus 0. Yeah.
You could like try doing an insight check, maybe. I don't know. Your choice.
I don't know, because, I mean, Root did a nature check and he knows it's a.
You can see if it's evil or not.
Maybe. I don't have anything I can throw, I don't think. Unless I want to throw like a gold coin. Because I only have gold. I only have gold. Yeah, so where are the... Which direction are the slimes moving in at the moment?
Northward.
Okay, so up towards Alden and Zeroth?
Yep.
Or... Okay. How far can you move?
Run to us.
No. Would I need to be stealth to move?
Without them noticing you, yes.
Okay. Shit. I just want to get away from this fucking will-o-wisp.
Okay.
Okay. So do a stealth check?
Yeah, click a stealth roll. Now, quietly you are as you begin to walk down the hallway. Try not to make any real sound.
Oh, fuck.
You suck.
The water was slightly deeper than you thought. As your foot goes into it, the sploosh. As these two back slimes turn towards your direction.
Uh-oh. Oopsie daisies. Okay, can I make it over to Freddy? And just hide there?
It's gonna go right for you 3.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, well that's the end of my turn then.
Alright, Root.
Can't fucking do
Alright, so
anything.
You saw the will-o-wisp pass through Lyra.
That's fine. I mean, I'm worried about him. What I'm gonna do, I use my bonus action and I pull out a gold coin. As I throw it, I want to cast Thaumaturgy. So when it hits, it goes really loud. Boom, ding, bang, 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 bang. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce it off of this wall, bounce it off this crate, bounce it off this wall, and I'm going to basically in this area.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead and roll a dexterity check to see how accurately you throw your coin.
Nice.
Pretty fucking accurate. So it hits this wall, and when it hits, I mean, I won't use thermite. Bang, 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 and I really make a lot of noise.
So as you guys
right
see
back.
this gold coin flicker through the air, shimmering from the light, as it hits the ground, it sounds like if a boulder hits. Boom! And it bounces off the ground, and it's like amplified to 1,000, pretty much.
And I scurry me up the wall, over the crate,
And
through the barrels, up to the wall, up to there.
All 3 slimes turn that direction.
My prayer. And I'm done.
They land right here.
Oh,
I want to get out of that.
you guys are saved. Kinda.
What?
I'm still going for that.
This slime metamorphosizes into 2.
Oh shit, here we go.
This one, they're the same size. This one moves forward here. This one moves forward there. This one moves forward to there. They can only move 5 feet. They're slow. But as this one comes into attention, because you didn't really make a stealth roll and it came in after the fact, it heard the sound, heard you move.
Okay.
And it's going to move up to there, and it's going to attempt to touch you.
No, I moved. Ah! I scream. I scream.
No, you don't scream.
Yeah, well, whatever.
As it like slaps its slime onto your foot. It doesn't do much damage, but you are now technically restrained. Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage to your foot and ankle area, and it now begins to encapsulate your foot. This one back here begins to look like it's beginning to split into 2.
I quietly take the damage. As quietly as I possibly can.
Okay, so that's going to be
Oh!
Alden.
God. Whose idea was to come in this shithole?
Yours!
I know what you guys are talking about.
I don't want you to go rest.
Okay, I'm running after this bat, dude.
Well, Alden leaves your guys'
Alright,
asses.
fucking leave us all.
Little shit.
Fucking
Is it
stop
still
it.
there? Like, where is it? Matt?
No, it's down the hallway beyond your side. I only left it there so you can see which direction it was going.
No, well, he went that direction too.
If you guessed how far away it would be.
Go ahead and make a perception roll as your bonus action. See if you can hear the flapping of wings.
Holy shit, almost natural one.
No?
You get a sense that it's probably like 90 feet to maybe 120 feet in front of you, but because technically it's been 2 rounds, so yeah.
I can still move. I'm gonna move. To use Dragon's Breath, I need to use an action and bonus action, right?
No, action.
Oh! Wait, so 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, okay. If I were to stand here, would I be able to catch all 3 slimes in the Dragon's Breath?
Or
Yes.
I don't know if they're freeze them. I want to freeze them.
Okay. So it's a dexterity saving throw, I'm pretty sure. Make a dexterity saving throw for all 3 of them.
Come on, Nat 1.
Fail.
Good, that's okay. Good.
Fail. And fail. Alright, so go ahead and roll your breath damage.
My what?
Your breath damage.
What even is my breath?
Did we not put your breath damage thing on your sheet? If I didn't, I'm gonna make a note. I'll fix that later.
Let me see if I can find it. I don't think so.
Okay, Dragonborn's breath for cold damage is 2d6. Or yes, 2d6.
So I rolled 2d6.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Holy shit.
It actually was a con save, but it doesn't matter. Regardless, it still fails. So, I'll bet on that.
Another one, right?
Yeah.
So one more. I need one. Yeah. For 8
Nice.
damage, as you guys see Alden turn around as he was beginning to run down the hallway. Second thought it, turn around and suddenly you guys see this like Arctic-like snow begin to fill in his mouth, and he reaches back and just breathes this Arctic blast of air. So all 3 of them doing 8 points of damage to each single one of them as all of them begin to harden slightly.
Oh yeah!
Nice.
yeah, sure.
Okay,
So does that slow him down even more?
we'll see.
Hope so. We need to get past them.
Yeah, if the Will-O-Wisp can either deal with them or follow us down the hallway. My opinion.
Well, 3 of us are already up the hallway.
Alright, so
Yeah,
that's
it's just me and Freddy.
Freddy.
Yeah.
You see Lyra run up next to you. You see this will-o-wisp, this ball of blue light coming towards you.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thank you.
Which direction? You running towards the party or away?
Can I get close enough to the slimes to do damage?
Yes.
Shank the cube. Oh my god, Lyra.
Yes, shank them since they're like somewhat hardened at this point, so I actually might do damage.
Okay. So as you run up towards the first slime, go ahead and make his attack roll.
Oops. Wrong one. Hold on.
Wrong character.
For
Well,
sure.
take the 16. He rolled a 16.
I'll give him the 16.
Ooh, thank
I mean,
God.
it's the same damage, though.
Well, I just whatever. I'm
So
struggling for us, guys.
as you run forward, as Freddy runs forward with his scimitar and he slashes at it, instead of slashing through it, because it has hardened, it cracks and the top part of it falls off.
Oh yeah!
We Alright, we're gonna kill him.
No! I like your first plan.
Yeah, well, if we can kill 3 of them, then we're gonna kill 3 of them.
If they keep
Oh, and the splitting of the back one that I said was splitting, your cold stopped the splitting.
Yeah, we better kill them.
I can't freeze the last one. So
Okay. But so that's his action, but didn't move up.
Oh,
I would say Freddy would have moved up stealthily because yeah, but it's fine. So, but he made noise as he cut the creature. So Zerath.
Alright, so I'm gonna go up to the one that is frozen,
Okay.
and I'm going to slash at that.
Okay.
I would imagine that is so.
As it slides, as your blade hits it, it kind of just slides off of it. Fortunately, you didn't get a good angle on that. So, that's your action.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'll tell everyone to kill the 3 frozen ones. That's it. It's the end of my turn. Actually, I might inspire someone. That's a bonus action.
Who are you going to inspire? How are you going to inspire?
I'm going to inspire Lyra.
Thank you. I'm gonna die.
That's all my inspiration.
How are you going to inspire?
And I am going to inspire her by getting my flute out and making sound, obviously, and singing her, or just making a nice tune for her.
Okay. So as he begins to, as he slices with one hand, he plays the flute. That's kind of why you missed, because you were trying to pull both out at the same time. As you begin to play the flute with one hand.
excuses.
It's pretty, but go ahead and make a performance roll, just for shits and giggles.
That one.
God.
It's okay because
Oh, it's
Lyra
beautiful.
playing
It's
anyway.
yeah, he's playing your favorite song there, Lyra. It's his arsenal that you've heard him play before, and it. Ooh, yeah, you like that? That feels good.
She begins to dance.
You know, Lion, a tiger, or
She's a dancing sorceress. Oh my god, she has hypnotism.
thanks,
As it
guys.
makes a zigzagging
Lyra
motion
uses her all the
and
time.
ends up right there, and that's the end of its turn. Lyra.
Okie dokies. How far can I move? Oh, actually, can I get on top of these crates here?
Sure. Make an acrobatics or athletics roll for you. This part of your movement. Yeah, no, that's not that hard. I mean, it's a little slippery, but you can take care of it.
Okay, well, that's alright.
so, alrighty.
Oh yeah, cool. Alright, so I'm going to.
She couldn't even hold it straight. She could.
Anyways, I'm going to cast Firebolt on these slime things.
Which one?
Is the one still? I'll go for the one by root.
Okay.
My route. Yeah, okay. That's within my range.
Go ahead and make. You jump up onto the crates and, with a flourishing movement, whew, your firebolt flies through the air. It hits the creature, and steam begins to rise from it.
Does it look her direction?
It does look in her direction,
Dude,
but it still has you in.
in
it's-
melee range. I know I can't fucking move into the wall.
Hey, Lyra.
Okay.
Lyra's sick. MVP.
So that was your action.
Yes.
You got all those nat ones.
X.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking, I still have that ones. I still have shit throws.
Unfreeze.
Alright.
That's pretty much all that I can do. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So roots, as the slime begins to start coalescing up your leg a little further, it seems to try to want to absorb you.
Okay. I will take a slight movement from here.
You can't. You're restrained.
Oh. I don't want to... Okay. I'm not looking to move. I just want to move to, like, here.
Unfortunately, you're restrained. You cannot move. Unless you want to dive into it.
Alright. So, am I inside it?
Your leg is. Your left leg.
Cut your leg off.
I fully submerge myself into it. As my movement.
Okay, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Forget.
Nat 20!
Okay. What are you trying to do? As you close your mouth and don't allow the slime to enter into your body.
Well, actually, as I'm entering with my nat 20, because I have, nat 20 here. What the fuck?
It's there. It's there.
Where is it? Okay, hang on. I'll find it. All right. There we go. Boom! Did it work?
What are you doing?
Did it work? Did it work? I just want to cast it as I lunge inside with my natural 20, and as it's casting, and explode from in the middle of it. And hopefully that doesn't go 15 feet
all
out.
All of Zeroth also need to make...
I'm trying to hope... Okay, here's my point.
Constitution saving throws.
I'm trying to hope that because I'm inside it, it's going to buffer the 15 feet and reduce it to even 10 feet, maybe 5 feet, excluding...
They're within 10 feet. That's why I'm making them do it.
Sorry, guys. Well, you might get just exploded with slime.
I don't even care. That's actually genius. I don't care about that. That was actually amazing.
Alright,
No,
so...
Constitution saving.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to make my 3
Oh,
Constitution...
DC 12?
Check.
Now, can it be DC 12 for my friends? Because my actual DC is not
Same
12.
thing, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, you maxed it.
Or throat.
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, you make it.
Okay, so you guys both take...
Well,
or
okay,
no.
so I am so sorry.
What? DC's 14.
I don't know. It's just not. I'm so sorry.
So you both take 8 points of thunder damage and are flung 5 feet backwards. As he's...
Can I at least argue for at least like 3/4 damage because
No.
it has been buffered by the slime?
Well,
Damn it, guys! I'm sorry. I thought the slime would buffer the explosion.
this slime is decimated.
Yes.
This slime slams into the wall, and this slime slams into the wall. This slime dies as well.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I don't care if I die.
Oh my god.
It appears to be. It just kind of disappears under the rest of the slime. It's no longer this large form of slime.
Hey, I'm just gonna. Being deleted off the screen is good at this point.
So
That's
you're
2 of the 4.
unconscious?
Did we have a short rest before we entered here?
No.
No.
Did I knock him unconscious?
Just dead.
You're at 0. You're unconscious. You're dead.
Well, yeah.
There's a difference between dead and unconscious. Huge difference.
Huge. Because I will save you. Hang on. I'm sorry.
So that was your action.
That was my action. My bonus
Same
action.
healing word.
Yeah. Is it a bonus action?
Mhm.
Sweet. On 0.
He
Okay.
turns around and undoes his mistake. As you're laying in slime.
Hey, I maxed that shit too, damn it.
You're laying in slime-filled water. Your eyes go closed as you begin to see the afterlife ahead of you. Suddenly, an image of Root fills your mind. You open your eyes, you see this greenish, like leaves and like naturist like essence begin to kind of pour into you. As your eyes widen, you sit up quickly out of the water. Oh! That!
Hopefully the image was him dressed.
Well, I'm done. by the way. It was pretty fucking impressive, I think. I tried.
So, this slime here is going to go ahead and try to touch Freddy.
But it's not attracted to me with that loud explosion?
Freddy hit it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Freddy. I tried.
This is +1, sorry.
I gave it a hell of a shot.
Unfortunately, you quickly sidestep it, no problem. This one is going to step up to here, so we'll move 5 feet, and it looks like it's beginning to split.
Oh.
Kill it!
Kill it before it multiplies.
Kill it! Kill it hard!
Well,
So, Alden,
Bum rush over with you.
it is no longer frozen. It'll frozen with only one turn. But, what do you want to do?
You can punch it.
And put my hand.
What if it's been
Don't you have your staff?
You have your stuff, yeah?
You're gonna lose your stuff.
Absorb my staff.
bludgeoning damage might work. Might. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet personally.
It could be like Oobleck.
And bludgeoning could also separate it too. So
Okay, I'll hit the one that I'll go for the one that's separating it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your stealth, or your staff roll. Little.
Whoa, shit.
I like your damage.
It actually hits.
Are you serious?
They don't have a very high AC, they don't move very fast. And this is their AC.
Max damage. Here you go.
As you run forward, is there anything special you want to do to it?
I mean, it's slime.
So you run forward like a kid in a mud puddle, and you splash!
I stirred it up.
All right, and you begin to making sure it doesn't stay in its form.
Stay together.
And you had already done damage to it before. So
From walls to walls. Alright.
At least we managed to get good positions on these things.
yeah.
Balls to
Kinda.
balls.
So that was your action.
It's Freddy Krueger's time.
Yeah, well, what do you want?
Don't as a bonus action, can't you do an offhand attack?
Think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Not good stuff.
Yeah, it's
You still have to move.
Oh no, yeah, only if you.
still
That's
have
right.
to
You're
move
right.
8 feet. I needed to do this.
Bonus action. Can I walk up to this wall and knock on it like a door? See if it's hollow or not.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception roll as you haven't touched the slime to do so. But
It's fine.
Damn it! Give me a 20. Look.
it seems solid as you touch the wall through the slime. But
Does
all right,
that make the slime go big?
Freddy, the slime is trying to touch you. What do you want to do?
Touch it
It's
back.
gonna violate you.
Violate it back, Freddy.
The frost on it is no longer on it.
Air.
Well, seems like he's okay. Do you want me to just do...
Yep. It's on you, Zareth. You're proxying.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, he's in and out. Hang on.
I have to press the button to talk.
We'll press it.
I was just gonna attack it. Because he might as well.
I don't want to check it out now.
Have you got anything you use? Let me check what you got.
Straight out blasted with oil.
You're gonna attempt to ignite your oil again. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and make this a dexterity roll to see if you can ignite the flame in this moisture.
Yes, he does.
Nice.
No problem. As you easily put it underneath your jacket to get it to where it's not as moist. You light the flint and put it to the oil. The oil's beginning to burn. It's getting hotter. What are you gonna do with it?
All of us smokers can relate to that higher in the corner.
Alright, yeah, throw slime.
Roll that slime and hit it with my sword.
Okay, you're on top of it, so technically you would have disadvantage to hit it with a range throw.
Well, you can just drop
Well,
it.
kind of drop it as I hit it with my sword.
Okay, so just go ahead and just make a dexterity roll for him again to try to drop it to see if he lands it on the slime or if he burns himself. Okay, as it drops, and it begins to light on fire. The slime begins to smoke from the outside of it as the oil spreads across the surface of it. Go ahead and roll 2d6 worth of fire damage.
Alright.
Just enough. It's the exact amount of hit points it had. So as you drop the oil and it begins to spread, it begins to steam and begins to boil quickly and rapidly as this oil burns very hot. And it just kind of bubbles, begins to pop, and then you hear it kind of shake violently as like liquid moving very fast, and it sinks into the ground, steaming pile of slime mess.
Okay, so this question mark thing. Is that attacking us? Or we don't know.
It has moved through Lyra and done some damage to her.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of floating in the air like aimlessly, kind of like a jellyfish, but so it's hard to tell if it's like deliberately trying to attack you or if it's just moving around. Oh, one thing you did notice, Freddy, as it begins to burn, you notice human bones inside the actual slime itself, and it seemed to be there seemed to have been a child's bones. Hmm?
No. I'll wait at
Bones.
So, all right.
Alright.
Zara.
My turn. Alright, so everyone, what do you think I should do? Do you reckon I should just bum rush it?
The wisp?
Yeah, or should we just ignore it and continue on going forward?
Ignore it and continue on forward. Of course, that's coming from Root. It's natural. It belongs here. Move on.
Alright, I'm moving forward then.
Yeah, sure.
And I can't go any further than that because.
Right. So I'm gonna move his map. So.
Okay.
Iron store.
I'm also gonna do stealthily.
Good luck there.
Iron door number 2. Could it be?
Yep. So. All right. So as you begin to run down the hallway, or not run, but kind of
Moderately
Moderate.
walk.
you get about 25 feet past around the corner there, and the slime that was in that previous hallway begins to get thinner and thinner and thinner the further you go, and it comes to being normal sewer.
Okay. That's good news. Yeah, that's good.
Alright.
And everyone else come on with me.
We'll be with you in a minute. Hang on.
Alright. That's right, I was to go initiative with this thing.
Get away.
Oh,
It moves to right there.
Yeah. Am I? I'm still not in melee range there, right? I'm still 5 feet away.
You wanna fight with me, Wisp? I'll whoop your ass.
No, we don't want to fight.
Alright, Lara.
Oh my god.
you're fine, you're fine. You didn't quite hit
As
me.
it kind of begins to just float through the air, kind of doing like an S motion as it kind of just drifts through the air.
Let's
Well,
just
you know,
avoid it. It's not trying to kill us.
I don't think it's actively trying to, but it can do damage. Just remember that. So don't touch it.
Think it's far
was-
away from it.
If it touches me, I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill it. I'm gonna move up behind Zeroth.
Good idea.
Why do you want to kill it, you little fuck? And that's my turn because I shut the fuck up. And I don't want to. I'm trying to have my turn here, dude. And that's my turn anyway. That's it. I
Fucking love you.
Alright, so, Root.
I'm down the hallway. With him on this thing. Not very good at it, but here we go. Hey, I'm down the hallway. I have disappeared into the darkness.
Okay.
I'm not a
No
thief,
problem.
but I'm playing my best interpretation of one.
Alden, you look up and you're starting to see the slime starting to pull up top again. Your turn.
Right, just know, Alan, you've got inspiration.
Yes. Wisp can go in, running down falling route. And
As you begin to move, I need you to make a wisdom savings throw as you were staring directly into it.
Yeah, you got inspiration.
Oh,
There we go.
He's got inspiration.
yeah.
advantage then?
Oh my god! No! Son of a motherfucker!
Alden, as you're staring into this bluish like light in front of you, something inside you grows sad. Like you feel the loss. You feel the soul of this creature's soul. Innocent child, young little girl who got lost in the sewers. All she wants is a friend. You reach out, touch her. Take 2D, and you cannot move. You're mesmerized.
But I have the thing where I can't be like,
Charmed.
what's it called? Let me.
Take 8 points of psychic damage. Psychic damage.
Wait, I'm checking. 1 second.
And you are just hypnotized, basically. Trance. That's elves who can't be charmed or slept.
Uh,
That's why Lyra wasn't affected.
Ready.
Yeah.
Are you gonna chase the rest of the party? Or are you gonna help Alden, who you see touches the blue essence and then screams out in pain?
We could let it go by.
He screams out in pain. Do I hear that?
Oh yeah.
We can let it go by.
I only have 4 hit points.
Yeah, but it's already hit you, so.
Well, I don't know him. Can we just leave him behind?
I thought that the basketball was like somebody. Okay, you know.
So Freddy,
Yeah, it was more back.
See, I see how it is. It's okay.
Oh, I didn't say that out loud. You guys were.
so Freddy, say that again.
Attack it?
Is there anything I can do to snap him out of it?
You can walk up and try to hit it, maybe. That might break it.
He's gonna slap me.
I wouldn't do that.
He's got how many hit points?
I wouldn't do that.
Guys, I need to be able to hear him. I can barely hear him as it is.
Kind of walk up and do something to wake him up. I don't know.
What are you gonna do to wake him up?
Make retarded sounds. Yeah, you don't want to hit him, because that'll probably kill him.
Yeah.
On top of that, you also will be taking damage if you get too close to it.
True.
Shake him for crying out loud.
Throw money at him like a stripper.
There you go. That works. He's been acting like a hoe bag all night. Lyra will help you with the throwing of the coin at him.
Yes, I will. Only for the right dance moves, though.
Yeah, right. Walk over and grab him by the ear or something.
The ear?
Ear. You can
Technically
have
doesn't have ears.
horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab him by the horn and pull
How tall is Freddy?
I will take 5 too.
Stand on the crate.
I don't know how tall he is. Hold on,
He's
look.
5'2".
5'2", I think.
Alden is what?
It just says medium. It just says medium.
He's 5'2".
Hell of a good memory, Lyra.
No, I remember everyone's height.
Kind of.
I'm good like
6'9", 5'2", 6'9".
Shit, he could do his groin.
You might be able to touch his cheek, but not his horns.
You're at his dick height.
Suck him off real quick. That'll wake his ass up.
Grab him by the balls and pull him.
If you're gonna grab him by the balls, that's an attack roll. Alright, so no problem. No, it's not a problem. You reach out and kind of just touch him on his shoulder. All in your mind kind of snaps, and you look over at Freddy.
I like mine better.
Alright, so we'll say for sakes of brevity on this part that the will-o-wisp begins to drift off. Because Zareth, you're going to be too far away to really take a turn part, so
Yeah.
it floats off and goes back into the wall.
Okay, so fuck off.
Alright. That's an initiative finished, everyone. Good job on that. Now roll fuck and roll ahead.
Yeah.
We are. I think we should take a.
I
This
need
is
a
a
short
short.
rest. I'm ready to go back in. Now I'm going back in. Put me in, coach.
Alan needs fun.
I know, he can get exercise. I'm not gonna help him.
So you guys are going to find a place to take a short rest? That seems relatively safe, right?
Yeah.
Or are you guys going to go back out in town?
Well, that was my question. Do I see any, like, ladders going up?
Make an investigation roll.
Yeah, is there any way of going up?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, wow, we're.
Surprisingly enough, as you guys see a hallway just off to the right-hand side. Right there in the corner, it's kind of built into the corner, a little alcove, a ladder that goes up.
I point at it. Are there?
It's got a solid steel crate onto it. You don't see any light on the top of it. You see the ladder goes up. You assume it goes to the street, but it's probably a sewer grate instead of a manhole kind of thing.
Did anybody bring the snake meat with us?
The what? I said, what?
The snake meat.
I mean, it says that I've got it. I don't know if I took it with us
Yeah,
or
'cause
not.
I could make a fire in like one of those trash cans maybe or something.
Because if not, we're going back through the slime. Because we got to go back to the snake meat. We can't let it go to waste.
You guys were making efforts to go to grab the thing. I would say between everybody, you guys have grabbed a couple pounds of meat each.
Okay.
You just keep in mind that you have your 65 pounds I said before?
Yeah.
So that you have 65 pounds of freshly cut snake meat.
Okay. I will go back for it.
Let's just go up.
So then, Freddy, go up the stairs and see if it's locked. If it's locked, unlock it. Please.
I'm just gonna imagine it's like here.
Because I would really like to get out of this fucking little shithole.
The map is for whatever reason. Don't worry about the map.
Yeah.
So as he begins to climb up, as he tries to push on the manhole, not quite strong enough to lift it.
Okay, I'll go.
I give him guidance.
Make him make a strength roll then.
With part of the D4 roll.
Just
Well, alright, and I'll do a D4 roll.
why aren't we letting just Freddy go up and unlock it so we can go through it?
Because it's not a lock, it's a manhole.
So,
But-
he rolls a 19.
Oh,
19
that's
is he?
terrible.
And slides it off, revealing daylight.
Oh wow, is it daylight?
And it is bright as the light floods down here. You can hear voices from above in the streets talking, and then suddenly you hear an old woman. Ah! Oh, oh, whoa! She almost steps into the hole itself.
Is anybody crawling through the hole?
Grab it, Freddy! Grab it, Freddy!
Watch
Pull
the
it, do it in style.
Sewer people emerge once again. We all climb up the fucking ladder.
Yeah, we all go
We
up.
climb out the hole.
So as you
look
guys all
around.
climb out the hole, as you guys begin climbing out the hole, a small crowd begins to kind of gather. Somebody crawling out of the sewers like that
I look at Lyra
is most
And
entertaining
shrug.
I've seen all day.
and look at my body. And look at Lyra and look at my body and shrug.
And you guys are foul. You guys are
I'm
covered in
gonna wave my
slime.
hand and cast prestidigitation on everyone because we're all fucking gross.
As you,
Oh,
as you
thank
begin to
God.
do this,
I'm getting used to this.
and you begin to mutter your incantation with the crowd around you. A couple kids are like, "Ow!" and they're just like in awe, like you're casting this magic and you're seeing this slime and stuff, and everybody gets magically clean. You're like putting on a small show for everybody. Go ahead and make a
Can I
performance.
cast? Oh, I was going to cast a minor illusion as well.
Okay. Of what?
I want it to be like a little bunny that's like coming towards the kids that are really fascinated.
Okay. So
So
go ahead and
it's
make
like
a
a phantom kind of thing.
go ahead and make a performance roll.
I'm gonna play as a song.
Nice.
Oh, what the fuck? Why? Oh, alright.
I mean, it's
Right? That one?
no, it's 2, but close.
It's a 2, it's not quite a nat 1.
Go ahead and roll. Go
Can
ahead.
I help her?
Yeah, can we all help her?
Go ahead and make a performance roll too.
I cast Thermagy.
Yeah! One better than you.
So, as a group, you guys are putting on
We
the
fail.
shittiest street show you've ever seen. The music, your lute still got a little bit of like residue of like slime into it, so it's kind of off tune. Your bunny rabbit is, as you're casting your person straight, trying to get everybody clean. Like it kind of like looks like its head's on its ass and it's like all deformed. And
Switch to comedy, quick!
all of it's like I flex.
I kind of stealth and leave.
Go ahead and roll a stealth roll for him as he steps into the crowd.
Freddy disappears into the crowd. Poof. Oh, fuck that.
Right to the tavern.
Yeah.
Do we recognize where we're at?
You guys are still in the den. You,
I'm following Freddy.
Freddy would have known that you guys are probably about 2 streets over, pretty much.
I'm with him. I follow Freddy. I follow Zareth following
Well,
Freddy.
roll Freddy's stealth roll first, and then if you want to see if you can see Freddy, make your perception roll to beat his stealth. Because he already said that he's gonna try to disappear into the crowd.
I'm following Zareth, so if he fails, then
Matt 20. Get back.
Okay, well,
Fuck you.
I follow Zareth, so you know.
I was wondering if I could sneak away from the group and go to the temple that the Archmage told me about.
Yeah.
Not watching.
okay, so your Lord Dragonborn kind of watches you all kind of walk away and turns around and walks the other direction.
Okay. We head towards the inn.
So I'll come back to you in just a second. Because you guys make your way through the inn. There was some small claps. Children were kind of excited. It was not the best performance you all put on, but it was a spur of the moment improvisation. So, you know, think of theater.
We made him laugh as we walked away.
And you guys head back down the road, following Freddy. Get Freddy taking the lead. He leads you guys back to your little inn that you guys have been frequenting. Ah, you all have returned. How are you all doing today?
Shitty and slimy.
And hurt.
I'm clean as a whistle. I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys didn't come home last night. I was a little bit concerned. Missed your performance.
Well, it's not uncommon for us not to come home.
Giant snake.
Can we give you some meat to recover for that?
Meat. Ah, meat is always a welcome here. What do you got? What are you cooking up?
Snake.
He throws it on the floor in front of him.
Who did you buy this from?
It's hard
We are the slayers of the beast.
This is
We
far
found it.
too perfectly butchered to be,
Nah, he did it.
He kind of looks at Zara. He's like, "Are you got skills I wasn't aware of? I should have hired you for the kitchen then, huh?"
I'm about
He's far too pretty for the kitchen.
It probably pays better to be out here than in the kitchen.
Alright.
He's far too pretty for the kitchen.
Anyway, guys. Rude.
So you guys would like me to cook some of this up for you all?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And here's an extra
Oh.
pound for you to keep for yourself.
I just like some water and some vegetables.
You guys want me to store that for you? I've got a small cool box downstairs that I keep most of our meats in.
Sure. No, I dropped
Oh,
off
yeah.
ounce of it in front of
As
you.
long as it can be put to use, I'm
Boy! Boy! Grab a cart, get this meat together. Cook some of it up. Yes, okay. The little boy goes off and grabs kind of a small wheelbarrow-like cart. And
We
begins
should
to kinda,
probably want to purify that. Can you store it for
Yeah.
8 hours while I rest? Purify it?
Ah.
Unless you have a purification
my
process.
wife would handle that for you, no problem.
Because it's not.
We're the only
Suitable.
ball. We're the only ball in all of the den that does not get people sick for a reason.
Well, good. And you're also going to be the only bar that has this kind of snake currently right now because it's pretty tasty. I think.
I trust her skills.
She seems to anyway.
Okay,
With that,
so it's been a day, right? Damn.
Yeah, give or take.
Alright.
A day and a half.
I'm gonna see if he's got if that bard's come back with that Elven.
Oh,
So there, it is still early in the morning. I mean, you guys went back down into the sewers at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and just it only spent like an hour.
so it's
and a
like
half.
9 in the morning, right?
Yeah, it's like 9 in the morning. The bar here is fairly empty. There's a couple patrons. There is no other musicians here in the bar itself. It seems like a couple local guys, you know, that those old fishermen types that sit at the bar. But
All right, so I go over to that far corner chair that I was sitting at before. I don't have the map up in front of me, but there was a far corner chair. And I go over to that chair. I cast infestation upon myself, and I infestate the entire area, and I begin my druidic prayer, and I begin to rest.
Wow.
fucking infestation, I swear to God.
I'll go to, I guess, this corner over here, and I'll infest this entire area, and I will rest my infestation.
we'll say you're not like really putting too many out there. You're trying not to draw
Just-
too much of attention.
Just enough to make it comfortable for me to rest.
Right.
Would it be possible for me to have a quick drink and something to eat in the game and then walk out and see if I can get a vial or two?
Sure, yeah, no problem. So, as he begins to cook up, he walks over. Drinks all around? What do y'all like?
Whatever you got is strong.
I'll just have
Do you
ale.
have anything stronger than ale?
Got some dwarven fodder whiskey if that's something that suits your palate.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Lady after my own heart. Is he actually reaches down in like his little back pouch he's got back there and pulls out a flask, and it seems like he's pulling out of his own personal stash as he pours out small little shots for each member of the party. Have a drink, have a drink. And we're getting to like you all more and more. You bring me meat, you put on a good show. You're beautiful people. Hey! What are you doing over there in the corner?
I pay him no attention. I just sit in my infestation and continue my druidic.
Okay. So,
Some of us are beautiful.
Oh my god.
And then some of them are just big headed.
alright, Alden, as you begin to walk the streets, you're not totally familiar with the layout of the streets. Having to go ahead and ask a couple people, I just want you to roll an intimidation roll to see how scary you are to other people.
Is it a good thing if I get a bad roll or
That's,
not?
if you
Yeah, I don't know what you want here. I don't know what you want here. Do you want to intimidate everybody or oh no?
You try to be as kind of calm and polite as possible, trying not to scare anybody. Between asking your rounds, they tell you to go through the Blood Gate, which leads to the Temple District itself. It's a couple streets over, make a right, make a left, kind of thing. Maybe pretty accurate descriptions. As you follow where they tell you, you follow this gate. You walk over to this gate, and you see the carvings that line the outside of the gate tell a story. And it tells a story of some kind of ancient battle that happened long ago. And it seems you can see through some of the pictures that this location was once a major battlefield. They built the city. You see, give or take, about 9 town guard standing at the gate. The gates are closed except for a single solitary, like, actual doorway that's built into the gate that's remained open. And they're allowing some people to go through, but how are you going to approach?
There's one guard standing.
9.
9. there
9.
one that stands out as like maybe like the head or?
Go ahead and make a perception roll.
What does one of them ask? Like a normal person.
The 9 guards that are standing there at the actual gate, they all seem to be the same rank or similar rank, basic town guards. But one person kind of stands out to you. She was actually sitting at a side table off to the side, wearing the same armor. She's got like brownish brownish red hair, shaved on the sides, pulled back into a top knot towards the top of her head. She's got nasty scars that run across the front end of her face. She's a bigger woman. Sitting next to her is this large warhammer.
Oh God.
And she is currently playing some game of solitaire.
Stop. Come on.
Okay. I approach her and say, what is the temple? The temple is called the Temple of the Night Hoon, right?
That's what you remember.
Or the Vowed, or whatever it's called. Okay, I approach her. Does the Temple of the Night Hoon reside here?
Well, what business do you have with her? She has a very masculine, deep voice for a woman. All right.
The Archmage told me that I could seek some information here. Is that okay?
Well, I mean, it's our job to protect the gates and protect the temples. What did you say you're going to? Which temple did you say?
The Temple of the Night.
Do you have an appointment?
Not necessarily, but the Archmage said that I could possibly gain access with his name.
You have paperwork saying that the Archmage said you're allowed to go into the temple district on days of non-worship.
No.
I'm sorry, Dragon. I can't allow you to go through then. You need proper work, or you need to wait until the 3rd day. And then the gates will open to the temples.
Of a bet.
Let me get this straight. You're gambling on a temple? She pulls out a little black book and begins to write.
Say, me and you, we have a arm wrestling match. If I win, you allow me access. If I lose, you can.
You hear this, boys? This dragon is trying to challenge me. He doesn't even know who I am. But, do I take him up on his bet? So if I win, what do I get? You in the stockades? Sounds like fun to me.
Deal.
As she knocks her cards and everything off the table, pulls the table down. Sit! Sit!
Good luck.
Puts her arm out. So, how this is going to work. You need to make a strength roll against her.
Is there any way I can use sleight of hand to possibly cheat?
Do what?
Eat.
So, anyway,
How are you gonna cheat strength?
Well, in arm wrestling, you cheat by either grasping the edge of the table and pushing, or possibly pushing with your stomach, and where the other person can't see, you push with your stomach, giving you a little bit more leverage. Another way to cheat in arm wrestling is you twist your wrist right at the beginning, and you get them in a lock, and you can pull them down that way. So there are a couple of different ways of cheating in arm wrestling.
Wow.
I mean, that's just 3 that I mentioned off the top of my head.
So it's not necessarily sleight of hand. I will say, because you're a monk and you're trained in the ways to use the body properly and how bodies work, I will say that your first roll could be a dexterity roll instead of a strength roll.
Okay, is it strength saving or
No,
dexterity
it's
saving or
just-
dexterity?
Straight dexterity.
Yeah, ask him to roll first so you know what to beat.
Okay.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
So,
Come on, dice.
Good luck.
As the crowd begins to gather,
Ooh. Yes! Double that shit.
as you begin to try to twist her wrist, she's far too strong, and your arm goes about halfway down as she is starting to overpower you. Roll again, except this time strength.
Oh, fuck, dude. Come on, nat 20, nat 20. Oh, shit.
One.
Oh my god. I believe. I believe!
Oh!
Slam!
Fucking just
And she slams your arms down. Foolish dragon.
Right off.
What do you think you're doing here in my city? Challenging a guard.
Clearly cheated.
And now you hear this, boys. Now the dragon is saying that I cheated. Just because he's a quaint little beast. What proof do you have that I cheated? I did not cheat too.
I mean, clearly, a dragonborn would be able to beat someone of your kind.
Aha! We have a race system on
right.
this.
Called out on
And
that.
apparently, you weren't raised by the right kind of dragons. Your lizard mother probably married an elf.
Excuse me?
Yeah. You heard me, boy. You're lucky I don't lock you up. I threatened with the stockade once. Overstep me again and I'll definitely lock you up.
Please, repeat what you just said about my mother.
Your mother had sex with an elf. And this is why you're weak. Huh?
Before she finishes, I swing at her.
Yo!
Make an attack roll.
Blessed America. Alright, well, the next session will be jail breakout.
Yeah, just punch.
Alden.
Oh! Knocked her to shit. Pop, pop. Good night.
As you quickly cold cock her, whack! Right square in the jaw. You see her eyes roll back for just a second before she gathers herself. That would have normally knocked somebody out. As
She is strong.
the blood begins to kind of spool from her lip, kind of licks it up, wipes it off. You
Say it again.
I dare you.
made a grave mistake. Then, arrest this boy.
Okay, I'm fucking fighting them all. I'm fighting all of them.
Initiative.
So, go ahead and roll your initiative. Just click initiative for me. I'm not even gonna pull up the thing. Just click initiative for me.
And use the roll command looking for the value of a selected.
Yeah, you can click on your token. Hey, at least we figured it out quick. Oh, yeah, you suck. Yeah, you're fucked. Oh, nice. Okay.
So, I will allow you first action as the 9 guards plus her begin to circle you.
Oh, well, there you go, level.
What have I done?
Got you
You're an
yourself
idiot.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab and hold her hostage. Yeah, that's it. He flips you over the bag. Body slams you into the ground.
I
You
do
were
not
arrested.
my stupidity.
The rest of the fucking game is.
I see a second. Think for a second.
You have 5, 4. They're coming upon you. 3, 2.
Okay. I use step of the wind and run as fast as I can.
Away.
Yikes. Okay.
Okay. So,
Step of the wind.
You're gonna
What the hell
start-
is that? Roll it.
you click on it real quick. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what it does. That was a key
One
point.
time,
To
okay.
disengage or dash.
Both.
So what I'm going to allow you to do is go ahead and make an athletics or an acrobatics roll.
Athletics, acrobatics.
Oh yeah.
Peace be with you, brother.
So as you see the guards begin to step up, you kind of put yourself in your defensive position. You look around as they begin to lunge at you. In that moment, you leap straight into the air. Put your foot on one of the guards' heads. Leap further into the air. Do a quick somersault, landing on the balcony of one building, and you begin to parkour run through the town. They're gonna start giving chase. So
Holy shit.
this is going to be a series of rolls. Athletics or acrobatics against them chasing you to see if you can lose them.
Acrobatics or what?
Acrobatics or athletics on the first roll. So
So,
without failure, you jump up onto the second building. You run. You jump up onto the third building. They're giving chase down below, trying to follow you as you're kind of running across the footsteps. All right, another acrobatics or athletic rolls. You're having to cross over an alley now. It's kind of a longer jump, about 10 feet gap. Wink.
They see you.
You
jump
make
together.
the gap, but you stumble for half a second. They're able to close the distance on you, but they're still below you. So, you have an opportunity. You have an option. You have three options to make. You can continue running from rooftop to rooftop going forward. You can go left and try to jump down into an alleyway and run, or you can jump into the street and just try to straight book it.
Do I spot the den anywhere nearby? Like
You're in the den.
Oh shit.
You're in the district of the den.
Can I see the bar, like the things and ales or whatever it's called?
Go ahead and make a history check. See if you can remember exactly where it is.
Yikes!
And the spur of the moment, you're like in a panic.
Kinda.
You remember that it's somewhere over there, about a block and a half, or like 3 blocks that way. Somewhere over there. You remember the general direction, but
Direction?
and you remember the direction. It's you would have to go forward to make it straight towards it, going from rooftop to rooftop.
I'm going rooftop to rooftop.
All right, so go ahead and make another acrobatics or athletics roll to make the next jump over the next little alleyway.
Run, Forrest, run! Woo!
Run, bitch, run!
You tie him.
You guys tie. They're still giving chase down below. You hear shouts from them. Get him! He attacked the captain! Get him! Arrest that boy! Typical Latin street rat kind of thing going on here. Riff rats, street rats. But all right. So now you're coming to the major intersection of one of the roads. This is now a 25-foot gap between this building and the next building. So you have an option: jump down into the streets and try to make your way over across the street, or make a left, or make a right.
And you said that the average straightforward.
Huh? Yeah, that's straightforward. Yeah, it's on. This is one intersection, and then there's like 3 buildings, and then there's another intersection. The bar's in that corner over there.
So if I went straight, I'd be going in the direction of the bar.
Yes.
Okay, which
Which
choice
one
is
is
straight?
Straight's the 25-foot gap across the main road. So you have a choice to make the jump, try to make the jump down into the road, and go left or right.
Is there a crowd in the road?
There is a large crowd in the road.
They're probably watching like the.
I stick out like a Thor.
That's a fact.
Bright white dragonborn in the middle of the daytime.
Standing over the top of everybody, yeah. They're following me pretty good.
Oh god.
He's gonna 25-foot jump.
Okay, it's a high DC. Make
Hey,
it,
but hey, hang on. He has a bonus to jump, doesn't he?
he's outside your range of concentration on.
It says step of the wind. No, he did. You spend the kind of wind, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Okay, so it's doubled. It's still a high DC because it's still 25 feet,
But
guys.
you got to spend another Kai point to do it. Do you have one?
Oh fuck.
Nope.
The first time I had 1 key point, but now I have none.
So you don't have it.
Damn it!
Begin to roll.
Dumb ass.
Rest in peace.
Oh, it was almost a 20.
As you leap into the air, Jason Bourne style. Woo! Oh shit!
Is there a balcony he can reach?
He's the middle of the road.
Oh,
So-
middle of the road?
I want you to roll just a percentile dice for me.
Oh
please.
God! Don't squish somebody. Don't hit a baby. Don't hit a baby. Please don't hit a baby. I'm gonna roll a 1 and hit a baby. You roll a 1, you hit a baby. You know that, right?
On the dice roller on the left-hand side, you click it, it'll pop open a box that says dice roller.
Roll
On the
D20.
advanced roll, change the D20 to a D100.
And just roll.
And just click roll.
Hot one. Roll hits a baby. Oh my god, he hit a baby! Oh shit! He hit a baby! He hit a baby! Oh my god, he just killed a baby!
As you're falling through the air,
Oh my god,
that
I
is
can roll it
10,
on
20, plus down 10 feet. I need you to roll 4d6 as you're going to land on 4 people. Each one of these people only have 3 hit points. So let's see if you kill, how many people you kill as you land on top of them.
Oh my god, he's a mass murderer.
4d6. On the advanced roll thing, click the first number to make it 4, and then change the other one to d6.
Game fucking missile.
No.
And you rolled a 0-1. What are the chances?
Oh my god.
And then he max damaged. Oh yeah, he killed everybody.
You land on these 4
He killed
children.
Oh my god, he landed on 4 kids.
And you begin to roll your momentum and your weight. One of your horns impales this poor little girl right in the eye, instantly dropping her dead. The rest of your momentum squishes these other poor 3 kids who are innocently playing in the streets.
Holy
You also take 19 points of damage.
You realize you just made our group evil.
Oh, you just fell unconscious?
I had 4 HP.
As he,
Oh.
boom,
Man, not thank you.
So, the rest of the party,
Oh my god.
you guys are drinking, eating, having a good
We
time.
don't even know. We don't even know.
We have
He doesn't know now.
idea.
So he doesn't know now. He's unconscious.
He killed himself and 4 children while running from the guard after attacking an attack. Oh my god. Thank God he's a chosen. It's the only thing that's going to save
Making
him.
the campaign more interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
you think?
You're about to fucking die. None of us can come and save you, you fucking idiot.
Oh!
You don't even die in combat either. You die from your own fucking stupidity.
yeah.
Oh.
That's it.
You'll learn his lesson now. Like now he knows the campaign.
I can't do anything with a
Oh,
dice
hot
roll like that.
one?
So,
Uh,
but the rest of the party, so you guys are eating, having a good time, relaxing, gathering yourselves back up. You don't necessarily have to sleep to take a long rest, but you have to basically be idle for 8 hours. You guys can pretty much hang out in the bar, go shopping. You're gonna go shopping.
I'm going shopping.
I need some health potions.
Good luck with that.
Find some items.
Yeah, I'm going shopping.
I need vials. I need to sell my gems.
I'm going to sit in the corner and enjoy my infestation.
So, Freddy, he says that he needs vials. Oh, you don't have your notes in front of you, do you? Shit.
What?
Nothing.
I've got his notes, but
I know, but I don't.
he hasn't got any vials.
I know, but oh, I did not mean to do that.
He knows where a place is that he can buy some. Not too far from here. Matter of fact, if I recall right, it's like a block and a half up or something.
Yeah, it's not that far. As you guys say, you guys are gonna go shopping.
Yeah, so I need like a general store and then maybe like a pawn store.
So Alex, you remember the store is called Lingo Gamwis Wellwater Goods. That is the general store that.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, it's the general store that you've dealt with the most during your time growing up, because he's the one that's most friendly with. They're not so.
Well, he's also fucked up, so yeah.
Savory. So.
Okay.
Who's all joining? Everybody but Kung?
I'm not.
Does Freddy know that where I can potentially get some health potions?
So, yeah. Lingo might know.
Probably.
Alright, so he leads you guys down around the corner. You guys can hear a commotion to the north of you guys a little bit. But yeah.
I mean, without metagaming, what would it be?
No, yeah. I was just.
He's fucked. I know. We know. He's fucked.
He's fucked. Yeah, he's incarcerated. He's being persecuted for mass murder, assaulting the police, escaping. Oh my god, there are so many charges against him right now. It's not even fucking funny. The only reason he's alive is because he's a chosen.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
If he's lucky, someone might realize he's chosen. They might kill him or whatever before he dies.
Oh.
I'm chosen. I'm such an idiot.
Oh.
You should have, you fuck.
Oh.
Don't worry, man.
It's the only thing that's keeping you alive at this point, I'm telling you right now, because you're currently dead.
So, as you guys begin to leave the inn, this is as they begin to leave the inn, as you as well. You don't have to go with them, but whatever.
Yeah.
As you guys begin to go, you guys open the door and you step out. Suddenly, you get this weird feeling, like your head begins to spin a little bit. The world around you kind of seems to shift. And then you close your eyes and reopen them. And you are now actually all sitting back in the same room where you started with the Archmage, including Alden.
Oh shit.
As you guys are all...
Thank God.
I wouldn't say that.
As you guys are all back in the room.
And you're back in the room.
I drove too much yet, didn't I?
I
Yes,
seriously do not want to be here.
As you guys all wake up, you look and you see the Archmage standing in the room. I wanted to test your all group makeup. And I had put a situation into your mind. You all have clearly failed the test and are not the chosen that I choose. Hope the heroes are right, but I will not be of assistance. You guys finally, your minds start gathering. No time has passed. It has been just about moments since the festival. Everything that was happened before, all the possessions, the meat, poison sacks, the light crystal, the little bag, all gone.
Alden, you bitch! Oh.
But you do notice that on the table itself is the actual bag and the little light.
I cast infestation upon myself.
I wanted to see how you all would mesh together and what debauchery you would all get in. And he looks over at Alden. Debauchery you did.
Alden doesn't speak to the rest of us.
We have no idea what happened in his head.
Alden, why don't you tell them what you did? And why I had to end my little exercise early.
Look at Alden. Perception, do I perceive? I'll go insight even. Hang on. What the fuck? I look at him.
Is there just a hate check in general?
I'm right? Is there a hate check? I mean,
Go ahead and roll insight.
Inside.
I just sit there and I say Alden's an idiot. That's why.
Let's do a hate check regardless.
Yeah, is that a new check?
So go ahead and roll.
It does not like you.
it doesn't really matter. We're all like looking at him like,
Kung, what do you
the
say?
fuck did you do?
Well, you see, I was heading to the temple the Archmage told me about, and they denied me access. So
You need a right of passage to go to the temple district. As one of the things that you had bargained for, was it not, John?
You had a note. You had a passage to go anywhere we wanted to.
But I challenged the captain to an arm wrestle, and she beat me. So I accused her of cheating, and then she started talking shit about my mother.
Then I swung at her.
You what?
Ass.
You know, when you swing at a captain when she has 9 other guards there, it doesn't really end well. So I jumped on the roof and I was running away. And it was going perfectly. It was going so smooth. I was flying. And then I got to a 45-foot jump and I didn't make it and I fell on some children.
Did what?
They might have died. It's a possibility that they died. Possibility. I'm not positive.
I look up at the Archmage. This was in his mind, right?
This was in the world that I had created in your residence.
So it wasn't real?
It was not real.
Oh my God! Thank God.
Thank goodness.
And I do a minor infestation around him. I said he's just buggy.
I wanted to see what moral grounds you all stood, and what kind of heroes the ancients have chosen. I'm severely disappointed.
And a third.
Any disappears?
Nusk. Nusk wasn't. Nusk is not in the room. He was actually part of the illusion. By the way, I'm getting rid of him. But so I was going to assist you guys had you all completed the task at hand, but I have no faith in you all.
Yep.
You are all on your own. Get out of my office.
So I look at the party.
Take the crystal, take the bag. You at least deserve that. Maybe it'll help you in your run. But beyond that, I don't think I can work with you all until you prove yourselves worthy.
Worthy of what?
That is for you to determine. I generally try to assist those who have a grand purpose, but I can't support idiocy.
How does one idiotic bullshit?
What else do you want from us?
You fool! Shut up.
Yes.
You're lucky it was fake, Dragon.
You let one person dictate our whole fate and decide who we are.
That's a
One
perfect
person.
Dragonborn story right there.
Yep.
You let
It is
one
not
person
I
determine everything.
who says that one fails the group.
See?
But
Yeah, don't
you all were chosen together for a reason. Fates have intertwined your being. So yes, one is all, and all is one. Woohoo! Musketeers. But
I didn't choose. I didn't say I wanted to be chosen.
but
None of us wanted to be chosen.
None of
that
us
is fate.
selected.
That is
None of us wanted to be chosen.
that is fate itself. Fate is a wonderful, beautiful mystery. She
It's full.
Well,
controls who was chosen. She chose you all, but I don't see it. I don't see why.
nor do I. And I look over Alan.
So I step up to him. And I said, so be it. Where's the exit?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Snaps his finger, casts Thaumaturgy, which opens the door.
I step to the...
Yeah, I said through the door.
My guards will escort you to the den. I hope
Yep.
that you have better luck in the world.
Tell me, what don't you see in us? What makes you not trust the gods? What makes you think that the decision's wrong?
Can't you look behind Alan?
You.
Nah,
You
I want to hear the answer.
For those who don't have the intelligence enough to respect the law, to attack a guard, and to kill innocent children because they don't understand their own strengths. For a party who would allow their biggest member to leave without having back him up, That is the decision that I find folly. And I need you all to learn from that mistake. I'm hoping
back up stupidity.
That because I kept faith in my beliefs, that the rest of the party has to suffer because I chose my own path.
they let you go. So it's their decision to let you have wander off. So that was a group decision to allow that to happen. No?
No, not really, because we weren't aware that he left.
But you were aware that he was not with you. You didn't question that.
I don't remember doing any perception check.
We're not very safe.
Last I checked, that wasn't his boss. If he wants to wander off, that's on him.
I hope you all figure it out. I have to convene with the other arches. Tell them the news. He turns around and begins to walk into his office.
Right. I'm walking out.
Yeah, I stepped through the door.
I
Whatever it
will
is.
leave as well.
As you guys step to the door, there's these two heavily armored knights with large black poles as weapons, like staves, like solid jet, like black staves. As they kind of
I look at Al and say, don't hit these ones.
No, as I walk out the door, I walk past the Archmage and nudge him slightly. Like
He walked
just
away.
shoulder contact.
he walked away from the door. Door's here. He's up. His office is up here. The door's here. As they lead
I
you,
walk past him. Does it lead me into the street of the city?
well, I'll show you guys on the map where the Archmage resides.
So essentially, I look out the street and I have absolutely no idea where.
Yeah, this is the Archmage place here. So they lead you through the barracks here. Let me do this so you guys can see. They lead you from here. Come on. Out to here, out this road. Escort you all the way over here, and then into the den itself.
So they basically escort us to the den, to
escort
where I
you through the den.
recognize.
And then they go, these guys are just jackasses. Don't say a word, and they shove you into the den. They whisper over towards same female guard that you had punched, sitting there playing solitaire. He nods, marks down some notes in a little black book, and
Infest them as they walk away.
Is she close enough?
No damage. I just want to
yeah,
put
you
bugs
just put
around.
bugs, yeah.
Don't get into a fight with this one.
They're rude.
So as you guys enter the den,
We go to the inn.
start heading towards the end. I think that's actually a good spot for us to leave off for.
Yeah.
Can't really get into anything else in 30 minutes. So
We can get to the inn.
yeah, you guys get to the end. So that'll be a great place.
Alright.
It still was funny as fuck, Alden. I had already had planned to do
My
the
God,
mine thing anyway, so don't think that was all on him.
it's all on him. What are you talking
Right.
about?
Okay.
We are totally blaming it on him. We failed as a group because of him. Of course, I don't care. I really
No,
don't
it's
get involved in it.
not. It's not.
So, did we still run along?
Nice question.
No.
Damn it.
Fuck off. You killed children.
You murderer.
Your lineman should be like permanent chaotic.
Murderer.
Hey, straight up. It should just be like fucking, you know, true chaotic.
Straight out.
No chaotic evil.
Ought one. Are you serious right now?
That one.
All right, let me wrap up the,
On a
the
100.
D&D video part. All right, guys. All right, thank you all though for joining as our fairly chosen group of adventurers have caused a rift now between them and the Archmage. They are not going to have that ally at this beginning part of the adventure. But thank you for joining us. We'll be back again next Saturday as we continue on our adventure. On that note, for the D&D video, it's been fun.
It's been real.
It's been real fun.
Base.